Hey everyone, welcome to my very first ever PSA submission reveal. Really kind of excited about this. This is a bunch of 1988 Fleer basketball cards. Actually had acquired these over the last year. Thankfully, before the run up in prices due to the Last Dance. So yeah, let's get into it. Broke a box of this stuff back in earlier this year and thought the cards looked really clean. So submitted a couple and trying to see like what we got. So the first one is Horace Grant. Let's see. Now this one I thought was pretty good. The centering was pretty good. There were some print defects that are a little bit hard to see here and there. And honestly, as I'm looking at this now, there's a little something over the G and the Grant. But out of the four I think I got in the box, this one was definitely the cleanest. And that's it's an 8. Wow. I'm kind of hoping that one would have gotten a little bit higher, like a 9. But, can't complain. Next one, Scottie Pippen. Unfortunately, from what I remember, it's been a couple of months, but these Pippen cards were not the cleanest out of the bunch. But I figured I'd roll the dice. As you can see there, a little error card there. We got an 8. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I remember this is honestly kind of like what I was hoping for when I submitted this. It was, there were a couple of the noticeable print defects that unfortunately I think kind of plagued this issue with the yellow fish eyes. And, the centering on this isn't awful. It's 4 sharp corners, but, I was hoping maybe it'd be a 9, but kind of when I originally did this, thought it was going to be an 8. Same thing here. Another Scottie Pippen. It's almost a mirror of the other card here. It's, the fish eyes are in the same spot. Centering. Yeah, as I look at this, it is off pretty much left to right. But other than that, really kind of a really clean card. Happy with that. Next up, we have Mr. Reggie Miller in a PSA 9. Thought maybe this had a chance. Centering is off a little bit, but still, it was a really clean card. But yeah, 9. Can't go wrong with a 9 on a Reggie Miller rookie card. Again, another Reggie. 9. All right. Now we're getting into the cards. When I really looked at these, I thought that these really had a chance to go to either be all 9s or 10s. So definitely happy with that. Mr. Dennis Rodman. Oh, all right. Wow, that's amazing. I'm kind of in shock here. Kind of when you submit these things, you really do think that they are 10s, and then like when you kind of get it back and you kind of see it for the first time, it really kind of takes you back a little bit. Wow. Let's put that one off a little bit on its own. Another Dennis Rodman. This card, from what I remember, was almost identical. It's a 9. All right. Again, was off a little bit left to right, but when I looked at it, I thought it might have been within the parameters of hitting the 10 centering. Kind of just like looking at them both side to side. It's kind of identical to the eye. Kind of interesting to see maybe if one of the corners or edges or something on this one versus this one weren't good. Here you go, Mr. John Stockton, one of the other big rookies. Okay, now we're in business. Wow, that's 2 10s. That's amazing. I think I'm definitely well into the money now, based on what I paid and everything. I'm really happy now. Now, there's a couple Jordans coming up. Hopefully one of them will dime. Another Stockton. It's a 9. Okay, great. Yeah, you can see the centering on this is really off a little bit left or right. It's a little bit fatter on this side versus this side. But other than that, it really is a clean card. Really happy with that. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting into some of the MJs, the All-Stars. Some of these warrant an 8. Okay, this is actually kind of what I thought when I looked at this. Kind of new going in. There was a little bit of the print defects here, and the centering left to right wasn't the greatest. Top to bottom, it's almost spot on. So I was kind of hoping maybe get into that 9, but kind of had this one penciled in as an 8. Still pretty happy with that. Another Jordan. Oh yeah, you can see right here. This one is probably, is going to have a centering issue. There you go, an 8. Yeah, no, definitely taking another look at it now. Actually, it's kind of funny. I bet you this one would have been a 9, possibly if it wasn't for the print defects on the right side. Because it is a little bit better centered left to right. But what are you going to do? Still pretty nice card. I love this card. It's one of my favorite Jordans. It's just the iconic pose. Okay, this was the best one. Oh my God. Wow. That's, wow. Speechless right now. That's amazing. To pull 3 10s on this, and there's still a handful of cards left to go through the base Jordans. But wow, that's amazing. This, from what I remember, yeah, 7. I knew these had centering issues when I sent these guys in. There was one of them, which is the bottom one, so fingers crossed, but pulled 3 out of the box, and two were pretty much off, top to bottom, but left to right were pretty good, and no print defects, so figured roll the dice, maybe it'd be 7. I was hoping for an 8, but what are you gonna do? Can't complain with that. I think I'm sort of playing with house money right now, so anything here is just kind of gravy. Yeah, 7, kind of see. It's off top to bottom. Left to right's not too bad, but kind of saw where the prices were going on these and figured I'd give it a roll the dice a little bit. I think in a 7 it's still, last I checked, about a $75 card, so it's definitely worth more than it would have been raw, so can't argue with that. And then this one kind of see already, it backs a little bit off, but this was the best looking of the bunch, so hopefully this is all right, a 9. Great, can't complain about that. That's amazing. A lot of really good cards here. I can't complain. I guess you can call it beginner's luck, but for lack of a better term. But this was pretty good. I mean, it's hard to argue with Jordan All-Star 10, Stockton 10. And, of course, the worm, Mr. Dennis Rodman, in a 10. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Great. Well, thanks. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys later.